bereavement over the death of these two young people. It is because our government has neglected the Zambian people. We have given up on our natural resources such as copper and so many other minerals. And this is the reason why we have also allowed ourselves to believe that we can only do mining as Zambians on the Black Mountain. And this is perpetuating these tragedies. We as leadership movement have been clear. We want to create ZNS mines. We want young people to have jobs, millions of jobs. We are going to recruit 4 million young people to create state farms in every district. We want to have mines, ZNS run mines, dotted around with skills that are developed amongst the young people, and they will be able to do safety mining, not what we are seeing today. Mining is illegal, mining has got no safety precautions, and people are dying there. We have neglected ourselves. We have neglected the Zambian young people. We need to create a system through which they can benefit. We need to create these jobs through ZNS so that they are productive. On the part of those people who have gained skills, in the case of those who want to be just entrepreneurs, dealing with mining, we need as a government to support those people and provide the skills. This is the more reason why leadership movement is coming to the Copper Belt to engage with the young people at the moment so that we can provide them with basic skills to do mining, because we believe that Zambians should also be doing mining, but mining should not be done on the Black Mountain because there are no safety precautions there. We have seen what is going on. We want to teach the Zambian people how to process copper in the most basic ways so that mining can be done anywhere. And we should be petitioning the government to allow Zambians also to participate in mining. We should not be standing idly by and wait for foreigners to do everything for us. We have seen how the New Dawn government has done. It has given up on natural resources. They are always talking about foreigners dealing with mining, Zambians just standing idly by, waiting in poverty, whilst all the profits, all the mining benefits are going to foreign investors. So we do not want this. We do not support this as leadership movement. This is why in the meantime, when we are not in government, we want to provide these skills. We want Zambians to know that you cannot only find copper at the Black Mountain. You can dig copper anywhere. As you are aware, we know that the whole Kwacha constituency sits on copper. The whole Busakile constituency sits on copper. The whole Batamatu constituency sits on copper. This is the reason why we are seeing Chinese and other foreigners, such as Indians, are going along the Kafue River there, near Kapoto. They are digging with picks and shovels, getting copper, and they are selling that copper out of this country. Whilst we, Zambians, we have been relegated to the sidewalks. We have been told that copper can only be found at the dangerous Black Mountain on that west, and people are dying. We need to help. Switzerland, they do not, people there, they don't pay for electricity, they don't pay for water bills, and people who don't work in Switzerland, they get a salary. If you are not working, you get a salary, thanks to the money that is coming out of selling copper from the Copper Belt. Now let's look at how the Copper Belt is looking today. We should be getting rid of this colonial mindset that believes that anything foreign is better. The colonial mentality that thinks that only foreigners can develop Mother Zambia. This is the reason why we have given up on the Copper Belt, and foreigners are getting rich. They are developing their countries where they are coming from, and yet us here, we are left with nothing. I was in Mufurila in the 90s. Mufulira was not the way it is looking today. Today it looks like Baghdad, like a war zone. And there are no any social amenities there, which we used to have those days. So this simply tells us that foreign investors are not here to develop Mother Zambia. They are here to rake the profit out of this country, take it to where they are coming from, and develop their countries, whilst they leave Zambia worse than they found it. This is why we need a government that has strategies that can help the people of Zambia to benefit from the natural resources such as copper. We want to have a government that is powerful enough to get rid of all these loopholes that we have given to these people who are not paying tax today. We hear that some of the taxes they are paying is 0.006%, and yet a worker in Zambia who gets above 6,000 kwacha, they pay 35% of tax. But we have let foreigners to go away with nothing to plow back to this country. All the money they make, they sell copper out of this country, they make transactions out of this country. Money doesn't even hit Bank of Zambia, and yet we are here thinking that foreigners are going to develop this country. We need to take charge of our country by having mines that are run by ourselves. This is why leadership movement was to run ZNS mines. We are going to have so many copper mines dotted around this country, including in the copper belt, so that millions of young people can have jobs. And when these people have jobs, those entrepreneurs who want to invest in mining, they can also be helped to run their own mines. This is what we want to see.
And finally, let me also take advantage to also get your comment regarding the ongoing elections in Kenya, because of course Kenya is part of us, part of the continent. What could be a message to the ongoing elections in Kenya? Because we remember we saw what happened in 2017 over the disputed results, and now at least there's peace which is going on there. What could be your wish?
First of all, let me comment on the by-elections that are coming up. We as leadership movement are participating in Kwacha constituents. We are participating in Kavushi constituents and in Luanga wards. All these opportunities that we are having today, we are going to participate because they give us a chance to market the agenda for the leadership movement and market our manifesto. So we'll be there to market what we want to see, especially with regard to the copper belt, where we have neglected our young people, believing that only foreigners can run our mines. Us, we should just be on the Black Mountain, on that west, which is very dangerous. We want the young people in the copper belt to know that they should be just given little skills. They start digging wherever they want to dig. They produce copper, they process copper, and they sell. We want to participate in mining. We cannot just let mining go only to the foreign investors, whilst we are in poverty. We are not getting anything from it. All the money is externalized, and we are seeing the New Dawn government just believing that these foreign investors they are bringing, they are helping the country, and yet the opposite is true. So with regard to Kenya, we want, first of all, peace to prevail in Kenya. Look at the history of Kenyan elections. So much violence there. We hope that with Uhuru Kenyatta's way of doing things, peace will prevail. The best candidate should be able to carry the day, and we want peace to prevail because we want Africa to be developing. We want Africa to realize its potential. We don't have to forget our lost values. This is why leadership movement talks about going back to rediscover our lost values. We used to produce copper. At Kafulafuta and Bwana Mkuba, we used to smelt stones and produce copper, which we used to make copper bangles, copper plates. In Northern Province, we used to pick stones that are rich in iron, smelt them, and make, out of that steel, we make boys for cultivation. We could make spears for fighting. We were not importing these things. What has happened? Why have we believed now that only foreigners can benefit from our natural resources, such as copper, iron, uranium, and so on and so forth? We need to get back and rediscover our lost values. This is the agenda for the leadership movement. We want Zambians to participate in processing these minerals, in selling these minerals, and benefit heavily from the profits that we are getting from these minerals. We are different from the New Dawn government that believes that only foreigners can come and develop this country and take over our natural resources, which we know it will be dangerous for this country because they will leave this country worse than they found it.